I don't work for the US military, but I can summarize our strategy in this war against Iran. And the strategy is something that we've been using for nearly the entirety of the existence of the United States. It's simply to bring as much destruction and death at anyone that we call an enemy. For the US and Israel, there are no rules in war. Or in starting one. International law only applies to countries that have been targeted by Western imperialism as to not defend themselves. To this day, Iran has not stooped so low like the United States and Israel to target civilians. The United States' entire military revolves around hurting civilians. Not just soldiers. It's in the way we bomb schools full of children, hospitals, civilian bridges, vehicles. Trump said it himself that we just bombed the heck out of people for years and years and years. One good thing out of his presidencies is that everything that people have been doing quietly is now out in the open. People have been pretending that the military is fighting for the right side. We're the good guys. We're just spreading democracy and freedom. And now many more know that this isn't about justice. This is about corruption. This is about greed. This is about superiority. This is about oppressing the poor and the weak and the defenseless. Our goal is to cause as much destruction and death we can, no matter how many morals and ethics and laws that we violate. Because who's going to stand up against the US? We have military bases in damn near every country in this world. People of those nations that have been sold by their leaders because they are cowards to Western imperialism saying that these bases are here to protect us. Those bases are key in allowing the American government to supply violent militant groups that create dysfunction in foreign nations for the benefit of the United States with weapons, drugs, and intelligence. And I'm being dead ass. All the loot of the Taliban is in those military bases, and they're going to be flown out to Europe. The cartel in Mexico, they have US and Israeli weapons. The goal of the West and their armies are to create dysfunction in foreign nations. Inhabiting within them, driving up violence and corruption, and making the lives of civilians a living hell. If you still think that the United States is a good guy, or has ever been the good guy, you do not know history. Everything that we are taught is from the point of view of a narcissist. To this day, people refuse to acknowledge that it was the USSR that defeated the Nazis. The communists did that. And now we call them terrorists. No matter what happens, do not give credit to the United States of who they define as a terrorist. All they do is point fingers. That's it. They will never hold themselves accountable for creating and inciting chaos and war and famine. It's an empire that will collapse one day. We have military personnel using AI to help with their war. We are not smart. We are not educated. We are not the center of any moral compass. We just want to kill and to steal and rape. And that is what we have done throughout the history of the United States. And the world is slowly unraveling this truth. A military that hides the death of its own soldiers just not to sound like they're losing is one that does not deserve any respect. And any person that willingly joined the US military that has died is simply suffering the consequences of their actions. And many will die not even knowing what they're fighting for.